the rocks and that. The end card game, the items you see will not be what you get. So a mushroom could be a frog suit or a, cloud. And it'll always be that for the particular item you see. And we see the runners starting in World 5 tonight.
And, well, at least the first world is in World 5. It's leading off with 5-2, and Rick goes straight through and is going to take the bottom route, while Mustard gets on the musical note.
Yep, and you see the two different paths. See how long, each takes.
Yeah.
Oh, that piranha just came down.
Yeah, it's like top route much faster and easier. Bottom route is like a hybrid 6-6. So 45 seconds in, we already have our first level completion.
Yep, and Rick does. Oh, got Spiny.
Finally got him. While Mustard is moving on to 5-6, which is, in the regular game, an auto-scroller. But in the randomizer, the auto-scrollers have been turned off.
Yep. You'll only see 2 auto-scrollers per... Up to 2. They might not show up. I believe it's 5-9
yes.
And one of the lost levels. Which...
Correct.
One of 8 lost levels can be shuffled in this randomizer, replacing another level. Hopefully we could see a few of them.
Yeah, make your picks on the over-under if you haven't already. We have 8 possible lost levels seen tonight. How many do you think will show up?
And HUmanMustard uses a frog suit for these Hammer Bros.
Yeah.
Speaking of frog suit, are we going to have somebody beat Bowser with a frog suit yet?
HUmanMustard was talking about it, whether or not he gets the opportunity to do so. So the World 5 mix continues. Rick gets through 5-2, and Mustard is closing in on finishing 5-5. So we've had 3 levels in World 5, and all of them have been from that world, which is interesting.
Always have vanilla, Fred.
Yeah.
Can he have something that's not World 5 in World 5?
Well, and the tower that leads to the second half of World 5 is always the tower because of coding.
Yes, that's, I believe, one of 3 levels that's not, out of its place.
Correct. The other 2 being the Piranha levels in World 7. And, of course, Bowser at the end.
Yeah, of course, Bowser.
That ends the game. That would be interesting. Like, randomizer ends when you find Bowser. Mustard trying to get through got a little caught there in the walls, so he loses his ability to fly.
And Rick picks up a frog suit from the Mushroom House. Not too bad of a pickup.
I wonder if he'll go for the fortress here, because if you lose all your lives, at least every fortress you complete will, and any bridges or locks you break will stay, even if you game over. And it's vanilla fortress of World 5. So yes, we have to ask the question: how much randomization was done here? Okay, that's better.
Okay, now we got, I believe, 3?
Yeah, the first fortress of World 3. Mustard making good use of that hammer.
Yep. The best way to use a hammer, for most people, I guess, is if you're skipping at least 3 levels.
Right.
Use the hammer. Excuse me. Use the hammer.
Yeah. And the places where it's most advantageous to use it are worlds 1, 2, 4, where Mustard did in 5, and well, maybe in world 7 if you get really lucky with the draw and you get next to 7-9 early.
Yeah. I just seen
Mustard got caught between the proverbial rock and the hard place there.
Yeah. I just seen he did grab a star out of the power-ups. The power-ups are also randomized between a mushroom, leaf, the flower, the star, and the continuous star. So I almost forgot to mention that.
Yeah, Rick, I think, was going for the 5-up. He overshot his jump there, so he only has to settle for 1 off the cards.
We don't want too many sprites on the screen on HUmanMustard side, because otherwise you can't pick up the turn blocks. I've had that issue before.
It's interesting. Rick's going back for more. He'll be happy he did. No, the other one's got the hammer. So 6-8 is giving Mustard some trouble right now. It's interesting because he starts off with a star, but he hasn't really been able to make much of the second half of this level.
There we go. Now you gotta leave.
Yeah, that helps. Okay, he got over the hill in that one spot.
And unfortunate, a game over on Rick's side.
Yeah, although
no time loss because, well, you got that bridge, so you could just go right over here.
Yeah. And we have our first end card of the day. You cannot take advantage of your memory from the old days. You have to... all the orders have been shuffled up. Oh boy.
Oh, come on. That's a bad spot for an enemy. Right under a pipe.
Yeah, that's not very fair. Although, the other enemy was a Koopa Troopa, wasn't it?
I believe so.
So at least there's some logic behind it, but yeah, that's not very nice. And nor is this level.
Go ahead.
I was like, this level in general is not very nice. 7-5 is rather notorious on its own. Not a very pleasant world.
Yeah, like at the beginning of that enemy in that at the pipe. If you're small Mario and there was no shell there.
Yeah, that'd be a soft block.
Yeah.
That would be definitely a soft block. So Mustard lost his ability to fly there, so he's got to do this the long way.
Well, if he wanted to, he could try to do a clip after getting coin blocks turned.
Interestingly, Rick did not use his hammer on the lock. I'm pretty sure he knows that you can use them, so he's going to do 3-7.
Oh yeah, the 1-up blocks are also randomized. I think I forgot to say that.
Yeah. It's interesting. Rick's gonna take the long way around. And 5-5 is 6-1. And oh boy, there's our
Boss Bass.
We have our first sighting of Boss Bass.
And I think it caught Rick off guard. Panicked use. Luckily, he had that fire power to kill the Boss Bass.
Oh no!
Oh no! Double fish food, and then Mustard falls in on the airship.
Bad jump by Mustard, and bad timing for Rick there, getting eaten by Boss Bass. Oh boy.
How many Boss Basses are we going to have in tonight's race?
Well, the races I've commentated on or seen, Boss Bass has been not a consistent presence. So
I believe we have Roy Koopa, 2 HP.
Yep. And Mustard takes care of him at about 927. Decent first world for him. He had took a few lumps there, but Rick gets through 6-1 and gonna play the roulette game.
Yeah, this is not too bad, but
yeah.
That star at the end just got him. Nope, no lives. And we get World 7 for the second world.
So the pipe locations from point A to point B are randomized. So what you see, so where they normally go is not where they are going to take you. So Mustard is going to have to play 7-1 based on the pipe, based on where that first pipe went through. And his first world is 4-6. Not a very difficult level in vanilla, but the enemies that shown up in Randomizer, in my experience, tend to be a fairly nasty group.
Yeah, if you don't like the enemy set, just go through the door. Maybe you get a better enemy set, or it could be worse.
Yeah, although with all these fire chains, I'd be tempted to see what's behind door number 2. Rick getting through 7-4 very nicely. Mustard's down to his last life. Almost be worth it maybe to start over. It's not like he's going to lose any progress here.
Yeah,
but
he does need healing now.
Yeah, okay, he was playing. They got the Mario 1. Who's it going in the background? So inevitably, they're aiming to go to the island where 7-7 and 7-8 is on. He's got to go to 7-3. He's gonna have to take the long way around. You can do a pipe skip. You can skip through the pipes here. A bit of a sequence break, but he's not going for it. So.
Yeah. If you're good at clipping, you could clip, but you got
that's what I meant. I'm not very good at it, so I end up taking this. But this level's not too bad. It can get a little dicey if you get a sun in there, or a boss bass, or a cheap.
I like some cheaps. I'd rather see them than boss bass than anything else.
You'd think so, but then you start getting into it, and you find out, especially in those close quarters with pipes, they're just as annoying or as painful as the boss bass. So yeah, so 7. He took 7-5, and Boomerang got him. There it is. So the hand levels are mixed in with the regular levels in the randomizer.
Yeah, same with the first tank in World 8.
Right, the one that doesn't have a boom boom.
Yeah, the way I see it, if it doesn't break a lock, wow, there you go. Or create a bridge.
Right, yeah, like no boom boom, it goes into the pile with the rest of them. The hand level he completed was the first one.
Let's see what this pipe will lead. It will lead to a mushroom.
So game is making us go all the way around. It's interesting. Gets a Tanuki suit for his trouble. Never a bad thing. Rick gets through 6-8. He overshot again.
Yeah, depends on what pipe you take first. Do you want to turn around, go back, and beat 7-1, or?
Right. Yeah. This is one of the nastier World 7s I've seen thus far. And 7-4 is 6-4, so at least half of that was right.
See, Rick did get a match. We'll see what the mushroom will give. Yeah, there was a Koopa at the beginning, so at least he could kill that enemy. Looks like mushrooms will give out hammers.
Something.
And that was his last item.
Could be. Oh boy. Alright, again. So yeah, well, for my theory about that, but Rick's got a long way to go. Mustard gonna pick up here. Got a couple of stars. You gotta match stars and flowers.
So we'll find out here in a minute
Picked it.
what these items will entail. So
Well,
3 matches. So
looks like a frog suit, a raccoon leaf, and a hammer suit.
the hammer suit, I believe, are the 1-ups. So I believe it's in the order you get them. So
he's on the 7-2 island. Try the pipe next to it, and that takes him to the middle island. So,
one of the plant levels, not all the, not is always in vanilla spot.
right.
It'd be nice if it could, swap with the other one.
Right. It's alright. They're both pretty short and pretty simple. But he's got a choice now. He already knows where the pipe by the lock goes, so he doesn't have to worry about that one.
Ooh, a cloud. Nice to have.
Lack of 2 clouds. Always a good thing. Oh, that's getting worse.
Oh, this level.
Ugh.
Well, we found a troll pipe that goes nowhere.
Yeah. So, okay, I see. He's going to go for 7-2 because to get to the pipe on the far side, he has to play 2 levels. So he's going to roll the dice here, and he gets the World 8 tank level.
First tank, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about that a minute ago. All
So
that cannon.
Oh boy.
And Rick is chasing down a shell. And it despawns, so you try to get a Koopa.
And Mustard picks up a hammer from 8-1, from the 8 tank level. So, see where this pipe...
Now, this game's handing up hammers tonight.
And he finally found it.
Yep, that was a good call. Going back to 7-2.
Yeah. Okay, I see what he's trying. I see what Rick was trying to do there, but I think he mistimed it. So Mustard was in 7-8 was 5-7, another pretty short level. Okay. Yeah. What? I'm what? Maybe. Because the other thing to consider is that there is that item box. He hasn't checked that, I don't think, yet. That'd be a good thing to do because he might get a leaf, and that might save him some aggravation.
Yeah, and HUmanMustard's in 3-1 here.
Yeah. There he goes. So that's an easy enough. Oh boy. those nippers with their fireballs.
Game, why are you being mean with these enemies in this level?
Yeah, this 7-5 is already no joyride, but
and a good usage of a cloud here. Skipping a fortress just to do the plant level.
might want to just hit another box there. Should be able to make that. Okay, should be able to make that. So, second pipe level produces a P-Wing, and Rick goes down. Wow. Okay, he's got... That's... Okay, he's got these. He's gonna use the raccoon tail. Hopefully he can keep it. Otherwise, he's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, HUmanMustard's making his way through airship number 2.
Yeah.
And well, we got Earthquake Koopa. I think that's Ludwig?
Yes, it is. Yeah, Ludwig taken down, and Mustard finishes at 1912.
Yep, making his way to the third world.
Oh, good. That was very fortunate for Rick. So now he's got to make that jump, and he gets it. No problem. Good.
World 6.
We're getting all the long ones out of the way early.
Yep.
So now he has a hammer, so he's got a 66% chance here of being able to progress. And of course, it's the one pipe that is of no use to him. So
You need a bridge. Well,
yeah,
it is a long way.
So, and we have our first
Halo
lost level. We have our first lost level of the night. For those of you who picked one lost level, I actually don't think there was anybody, but you're now got your fingers crossed that there will be no more lost levels.
And my prediction was 3 of them, so...
3? A beta 7-1, really. Not a very hard level. Rick is on the board with his first world completed at about 2036. And, well, we got another lost level. Coming in bunches.
I guess you don't want to see any more if you pick 2. I would love to see a seed with all 8 lost levels in one seed.
I think the most I've seen in any of the runs so far is 6. The 7.3 beta there was 6.3. So, more items for mustard. Picked up a pair of mushrooms.
And another pair of stars.
Okay. Strike 1. Pick some. Running through it.
And completes it.
Very nicely.
He gets if he decides to look.
He's got 3 hammers. Not optimal to use one now, but for Worlds 1 and 2, 4, he could really speed through this. And World 3, depending on the draw.
Yep.
So, more vanilla for you folks. The first fortress of World 6 is the first fortress of World 6.
And jumped into that waffle.
Yeah. Trying to go for the speed strats didn't quite work out. And the hammer
okay. You died there. I'll let you have this item for free.
It was only a mushroom, so I don't know. Gave himself up very cheaply, I think. So Mustard gonna try again with the speed strats.
Yeah, damage boost through this saves quite a few seconds.
So he's can use a start, a quick kill, boom boom here, but it has to be the second or the third item box. And if it's the second one, you have to be small, otherwise you'll never make it.
Quick kill and boom boom. Hopefully in the future, I would love to see random HP on boom boom as well.
Yeah, there was some comment about that yesterday. Apparently, it's really hard to do in the coding, but we can always hope. So 6-4 is 1-2, and we have our second. That is our second, I believe, boss bass sighting.
He's out here hungry. Where HUmanMustard let him eat him?
Yeah, this is a pretty good level to get boss bass because of the altitude chain. 6-1's a lot harder because it's a very flat level. Me and Chad advocating for a 100 HP boom boom. Oh, Rick.
Bro.
I'm not sure which level. I didn't see which level Mustard went into, but he's got 5-4 in the draw. Pretty easy level. Fairly precise jumps, and you're on your way.
And these Zoomer bros are not having him, move on. Stunning.
They will not
Right
let him
there.
pass, but Mustard gonna go for those hammer bros.
Just a nice start out of it. Stars
Yeah.
could be useful.
Yeah, especially for the boom boom fights. Well, he missed out on a 1-up there.
I've seen 3 items hidden through these blocks in one of these levels before.
Yeah.
It's very rare, but you know.
Yeah.
We get to sun level here, but no sun.
Yeah.
Not wait. That's the other desert level.
Yeah, the quicksand level. There's 2-2. No boss bass to worry about in the vanilla game. But Mustard finishes up. I'm sure he's going to go for the 5-up. Yep.
Lives are important in a way.
Well, yeah, you get a really bad level. It's not uncommon to see somebody take a 5-up to give themselves a little bit of padding. And Mustard gets the World 8 Air Force. And mistimed his jump there. We have Froggy strats. Would not work in vanilla because that game, that's an auto-scroller and it's a very fast auto-scroller. You'd have to be running pretty much non-stop to get through it.
Yeah, this is one of my least favorite levels, you know, in vanilla.
Yeah.
I did a vanilla run of this game.
Yeah, it's not a lot of fun unless you have Raccoon or Tanuki abilities, because at least you can sort of control your landing. Otherwise, you're really being forced to play at the game speed, and it can get a little tricky, especially with the Hammer Brothers throwing their wrenches all over the place. Oof. Shot to the face for Rick. Down to frogs, essentially.
And Rick's making a right choice on going to choosing a path.
Yeah.
We must just try to debate. Do I want to do this in a card game?
We're still early enough to where it could pay off, though he does have 3 hammers at his disposal.
Yeah, there's 8 different setups that could happen, generated at the beginning of the seed.
Yeah.
So you could get the same one 2 times in a row if you're lucky.
Yeah, you got it made. Rick gets through the tank, and Mustard is on 7-3. Oof.
Nice dodge of the spiny.
Mustard showing off some nice skills there. Rick goes the opposite way and chooses 7-7, which is 5-3, and death. He's got to be careful. He's down to his last life again. 7-8 instead, and
looks easier.
5-3 is actually probably a little easier. I don't. The quirk with 5-3 is you're going left for half the level.
Hi, Jeep Cheap. How you doing? Just bouncing up and down, not caring what you hit.
3-9 almost in the books for Mustard. Ooh, that Cheap Cheap. Mini Cheap Cheap. Those things are trolls. They really are. So Rick picking up a pair of lives from coins and from the 3 cards. So, gives him a little breathing room. Won't be getting more, unfortunately. And the final fortress of World 6 is the Navy. picks up that bomb on his way down. Unfortunately, he can't use it here. Kind of nice if he could. You got the blooper, but gets through anyways. So, for World 1 airship here.
Yep. Pretty easy.
Yeah. Just gotta be a little careful with Lemmy because of the... Well, this one isn't as bad as World 4, but he's through. Oh.
Ooh, Rick
getting clipped from behind down below. So Mustard done with World 6, 30-20, so it's been a pretty front-loaded seed in terms of time. But 1, 2, 3, and 4 still to play. He should be able to burn through these pretty quick with those hammers.
Yep. Breaks it like in World 1. Using that frog suit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he gets 6-5 as his first level. 6-5 is notorious for being one of 2 levels in the game where you absolutely must have the ability to fly to get out of there. The other one being the first fortress in World 7.
Yep.
So,
and the leaf there is not randomized because you need a leaf to complete this level.
Right. So oh boy, the enemies are randomized, and normally you would need a Koopa shell to take up in the vanilla game, but in Rando that's usually not the case. This is one of them because of the enemies you'd have to get around with a spiny and a bomb. Oh, Rick gonna try. Oh, Rick got caught.
And that's unfortunate.
Down to his last bullet once again. Use some froggy strats.
Yep. It's been so long since I last played Frogger.
Maybe one time I went to there's a place near where I live where they have like 200 old arcade and games from the 80s and 90s. It's a lot of fun. I might have played it once or twice then, but it's like... Ludwig is down for Rick. Mustard continuing with the froggy strats, and did not work there, so...
Yeah. Hopped in that hole on accident. Oops.
I don't think he exactly intended to use his Tanuki suit, but he's going to look fabulous going through this level, if nothing else.
Yeah, I just seen that Kariba shoot just decided to jump in the hole.
Mustard trying to find a shortcut out of here. No dice.
Yeah, this lost levels Rexon, no enemies. The only way you could die actually is let the time run out, but who would do that anyway?
Maybe you're doing it blindfolded, but even then, you know, it's pretty linear. You're just going up. Another hammer for Mustard, so he's going to be able to sail through Worlds 2, 3, and 4 at pretty much his progression. So, those of you mentioning in the chat, according to my notes, Rick is through the second world completion is about 14 minutes behind.
And you know, as a randomizer, anything could actually happen as well.
So, the World 4 airship for Larry. Get out, break out your command memes, everybody. Rick's got 4 hammers. He uses one of them. Generally, that's not an advisable tactic, but in his case, it's fine.
And Bricks try complete a star. Oh, that last one always happens. Get
Yeah.
still with the flower.
Something's up with HUmanMustard's feed. Odd. I guess nobody plays Dragon Warrior. They don't get the command.
Oh, at the end. Fish food. Ugh. I think that's happened twice now to Rick.
Yeah. Fresh stream here. So, nothing like having a couple of snacks. So.
And uses a hammer frog soup to get a mushroom. So at least Rick could use that mushroom now if he wanted to.
Playing again with his back to the wall. Down to his last life again. Okay.
Okay.
What just happened?
Apparently.
Did he soft block, or did he start? Is he being forced to start over, or what? What? Did he reset? What Jedab is saying? Oh my. Huh.
Body game crash.
No,
So
apparently I'm gonna go take a look at his actual stream, see what the hell's going on.
Yeah, we'll try to find out what happened on Mustard's side, so that is unfortunate, so
Okay, so this is very bizarre. Waiting to see what he says. Discord, his PC crashed. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh. So, okay. Alright. Well. That is something.
So, I guess, not good.
I'm not sure what we're gonna do as far as the race results here. I think that's something that's gonna have to be decided by the powers that be.
Yeah.
So, in the meantime, I guess we're just gonna ride this out and see what happens. And about all we can do at this stage. So, it's going to be a while before Mustard gets back to where he was. Meanwhile, Rick closes out World 3 and the 6th world, and did a pretty good job, actually. Took him only took him less than 10 minutes. He used that hammer to skip the fortress, and not sure how much else he skipped, but did it pretty efficiently.
Yeah.
So,
I give props for Mustard, you know, continuing on again, so...
yeah. Well...
Give these both runners a follow habit for putting on this show tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know... So Sasho, most of the people who do the Mario 3 randos play on an emulator. I know I do.
Yeah, some uses, you know,
he's
parts,
crap.
I do play on emulator myself.
Yeah. Rick going for the 7-1 clip here.
And he doesn't want to use his hammer?
I don't think he knows. And I could sort of buy it with World 5, but no, I don't think he knows.
Yeah, it's probably a good might be a decent question to ask in the interview, so once we get there.
Yeah, it's like he wouldn't be the first. We had I commentated on a race where, yeah, he didn't know. One of those things. So looks like the World 1 fortress is vanilla.
Fred,
there is it.
that's your second one, at least.
He didn't clear the jump, so he doesn't get that hidden item. Quick note: it is not a oh boy, not a whistle. The whistles have been removed from the game.
Yep.
So, well, Mustard loses out on his fire flower and could end up losing out on his life here if he's not careful.
He knows what to expect in this level, but
Rick,
I see him flying through this, so
yeah, it's like just the enemy placements can throw things off. Mustard's got to be careful here. Gets around just fine. Okay. Oh! All that preparation. Down. And Gimmick, after the first whistle, I would have agreed with you, but after skipping on World 1, I don't think he knows. I don't think he did it in his first match either, if memory serves. Rick realizing he's gonna need a Koopa shell here to make this work.
And I think he killed the Koopa there.
Yeah, so he's either got to... Okay, I see what he's going for there, but to try and kill two birds with one stone didn't work. So he's going to have to go back to this. Okay. Should be able to... Okay. Yeah, he's just going to... He cleared out the enemies. Just run this out. Oh. Nice jump there by Mustard. Get around those guys. You can still do this. It's going to take a little bit of, as Jabba would call it, nimbility to get out of this one. Oh, wow!
But that enemy, I hate that enemy.
Yeah, it's a good thing in the vanilla game they only show up in one level. Otherwise, I think people would be pulling their hair out. Oh, Rick,
no.
Rick getting hit on the way back. That's right, Kiru. They are only 7-8. And we are eternally grateful for that. So, Mustard, okay. Could have gone for the second item box, but opted not to. I think that's a mistake, but call. Makes the jump successfully. He's got to watch it. This is his last life. Rick, take it slow here. Okay, got him this time. So he's got to watch out for that Paragoomba. Okay, fine. Meanwhile, Rick finishes World 1 at about 50-17, so... Mustard's gonna definitely take those end cards.
And we got, well, World 2.
Okay, he does know, he just opted not to use them. Or he remembered, we'll have to ask him. Done. But,
You could use another one at the rock, and just do one level.
He's going back, I think, to help himself to some end card items. Probably not the worst idea. Provided he can get anything out of this. Okay. Okay, so gets to bypass most of World 2. Actually gets a favorable enemy draw for the 1-5 slide. For the pyramid level. The World 3 airship for Morton. Not a very difficult airship, but has a few bottlenecks. Mustard.
And taking it intentionally to restocking lives.
Yeah. It's like after going through the torture that was 7-5, I don't blame him. So, you know, get back to even if you can. See if 4-6 gives him as much trouble as it did the last time.
And World 2 was done pretty quick.
Yeah, less than 3 minutes.
Yeah. Power of 2 hammers. And doing one in a cloud.
Yeah.
Basically just do the level, done.
Well, he didn't have... he didn't use a cloud there.
I don't think he did.
No, he played the pyramid level.
Yeah, so he done one level without a cloud, about
it would take
3 world a
it would have taken 90 seconds. So World 3, so we're gonna get the God Pipe, or are we gonna make them explore a bit?
Well, let's find out after he gets out of this pipe.
Well, it's got a chance here. If you're not gonna get the God Pipe, this is a good second choice. Oh, getting killed by the Hammer Brothers. Yeah. Second time around, much better, and he gets a hammer. So, you can use that for World 4. I'm going to use the hammer now. I don't really agree with that approach, but, well, now we know, at least he knows where he's going.
Yeah.
And we get another lost level.
And another boss bass fish food. Ouch.
Rick doesn't seem to mind playing with his back to the wall. He, gotta remember, he's got over 500,000 points, so he hasn't game overed yet, I don't think. And I think I just jinxed him with that. Yep.
Yep.
So...
Commentator's curse.
Well. Gotta wonder if that was even a little quasi-intentional on his part. Just because, you know, he didn't really lose any progress. He all he did was take out one Hammer Brother and break a lock. That's it. He's gonna have to play these levels through anyways.
Yeah, true. So
it's also telling that before he died, he didn't use his raccoon tail, which I think he was kind of thinking of doing. Okay, so.
oh, come on, game. That was rude there.
Well,
Go down a pipe. Instant hit. But Rick gets through that level after being digested by a false pass a couple times.
that was the third lost level, actually, by my count.
And Rick has to stand here, let the star run out so he could use his beetle.
I did that in a rando. So 3-8 is the pyramid, world 2. Ride this out for the Buzzy Beetles. Oof. Nice evasion there.
I guess Mustard forgot the path he had earlier, so...
Well, it was a fairly convoluted one, and I know he didn't go this route.
Well, we know where 742 is now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is that a vanilla? No, it's not. It's in a vanilla world, but not location.
The first fortress that in the location he's in right now is the one where you have to fly up into the ceiling. Oh, takes out all those piranha plants, but it goes right into the drink.
And the fireheads walking, got him.
Yeah. Rick, 643 is got a lot of moving parts and a lot of things to sort of keep track of while you're doing the level. And overall it's not terrible, but there are a lot of places where you can get tripped up. Sure. Hot Feet, 2 of them have a mind of their own. One follows the move protocol.
You gotta watch out for them.
Yeah.
When they guard a door like that.
Yeah. So 7-6 is 2-3, and he took a death there, fortunately. So he's got to do the fortress now. Gamble didn't pay off, and I think he's just gonna... run out the clock on the lives here. At least I don't know.
Let's see what's down here.
He's gonna give it the old college try.
Well, he got a 1-up, so at least if he gets to that spot every time, he'll have.
Unfortunately, he's gonna be okay. Good move. He could have been easily could have been boxed in by those fire piranhas.
Avoiding a fireball of the piranhas. Jump in lava.
So go again.
Yeah. Give your energy to HUmanMustard. And we got Wendy.
Yes, and Wendy's got
an earthquake.
Got thunder thighs. Oh, Rick getting thrown the other direction, and
I don't know how many hits he had on her. I think she has more HP.
I think he was going for the third hit, but I don't think it registered.
I do not like Wendy when she has more HP than 3 and she
Yeah.
earthquakes. The worst scenario, 5 HP earthquake Wendy.
Had it. It's no fun.
Earlier in the week,
Uh-oh.
when I commentated back-to-back races, both Wendy's had 5 HP. I think one of them might have had earthquake. Ugh, man, they were tough.
Yeah. So, and he runs right into the ring, right off the box, and he gets stunned. Gets stun locked.
And Wendy decides, you know, I'm coming after you. Free kill. Not good for Rick.
No. But he does seem to enjoy playing to the edge, so maybe this will work out. A little careful here. Okay. Mustard gets through.
At least we get to see a few levels that we don't see prior, I guess. That's the only consolation we get.
Yeah, we've, I know what he's doing. He's going for the lock at 7-9. I think the 7-6 pipe takes him straight there. But, all the time he spent cost him very dearly.
Yep, that's what he was doing. And of course, 3-1.
Oh no, he got stun locked again. Oh,
Oh, Wendy, no! You
Wow.
evil!
okay, he's going for the hammer, even though the hammer does not actually do any damage to the Koopa kids. It's a shame, but there it is.
And being on his last live. Ugh.
Yeah, this is not the first time he's played to the wire on this. So I think 2 of his other Koopa Kid fights earlier tonight were on his last life. So if he plays it careful, he should be okay. We don't really know how many HP Wendy has, because I think he's only gotten 2 hits on her max so far. Maybe that's... Oh boy. It is more than 2. More than... Oh no.
Oh, Wendy, why? Why?
Unfortunately, since it wasn't the God pattern, he's gonna have to play 3-9 and 3-8 again.
Yeah, unfortunate.
So...
At least Rick knows the path, so...
Yeah. Meanwhile, Mustard continuing on with the Piranha.
Mick's going for like, oh, you get it.
He
Get
wants.
killed by a Goomba.
Yeah.
You had to go
Rick-
back and...
Rick, unfortunately, he's only got two choices. He can take the immediate pipe, or he can take the one he just went into. If he wants easy access, he could actually get access to the others. It's really hard.
Don't get trapped down there, Rick.
I almost
you never
did.
know when Boss Bass decides to be like, oh, I'm coming down here.
Mustard going for round 2 with Ludwig, and takes care of him. And even throws a few hammers.
Easy work. And Rick knows that's his star there.
Yeah. So... Okay, I think he was going for the quick hit, but couldn't quite get it, so... Hammer Brother in the castle. Not much use for that pipe other than taking him down.
Oh, that Yeah,
Yeah,
fall down and got him. Oof.
he avoided. He did a good job evading it the first time. That time, he got caught.
Oh, come on, Caribou. Be nice.
Still playing with about a 3-world lead, but it's going to become more statistically more insignificant if he isn't more careful. I'd say at this stage, it is incredibly unlikely, even with a comeback seems really unlikely, but we're not going to make it impossible. But the only thing working in Rick's favor is World 4 should be pretty short, even without the hammer. World 8, who knows? Really short. Okay, so... got no lives. Try and play the roulette card again.
Let's see if we could get a 2 up this time.
Got it. So
Nicely done.
we get 2 more bites at the apple with Wendy. Fortunately, he has no items other than a Lakitu Cloud, and unfortunately, you cannot use those to skip levels.
Sadly, not.
Perhaps one of these days, but nothing else. Rick's going to become pretty practiced at this level by the time it's over if he continues to have trouble with Wendy. He didn't get a good enough running start there. Oh no.
Oh, he's lost his footing and... well, down goes a Mario.
Straight down the tubes. Alright. Give this another go. This time with more feeling.
Oh, okay, we already seen this false pass earlier.
Yeah.
But he's coming back for revenge.
Cyclone, you can't skip airships with the Lakitu Cloud.
Yep.
You can't skip moving levels like the tank or Piranha Plants or Hammer Brothers.
Or the hand stages location.
Correct. Okay, last chance again for Mustard. Not Mustard, I'm sorry, for Rick. Yeah, right, combat, because the only item Rick has in his inventory is a Lakitu Cloud, and he can't use that to his advantage in this level. Fortunately, so
Yeah, it would be nice to use a Lakitu Cloud.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, Wendy, no! Got him in a stun lock position and, well, comes in for the kill.
Wow.
Unfortunately, and two more
Yeah.
levels Rick would have to do.
Yeah, this is... Rick was showing pretty steady consistency from Worlds 6, 1, and 2, but has just hit the wall here with Wendy. He has little room for error at this stage because he has no items in his inventory that could be practically useful. So given the peculiarity of this situation, they obviously don't know what. Well, Rix doesn't know what's going on. It's like he's probably playing at this point a little more than a hint of desperation because we're at what 71 minutes into this, and we still don't. He hasn't seen or heard about a dot done yet, and that's got to be.
Yeah. And he doesn't know what happened to Mustard.
Right.
So he's nervous, like, oh, any second now, that done will come in play.
Right.
Well, he doesn't know.
Yeah, because
he might actually win this, but we'll see what happens here.
I'm not even sure what's going to happen as far as the race results, given that somebody's computer crashed. I don't know if they're gonna.
Yeah, right in the middle of a race. If it was early on, that's different. I would see.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. No luck at all here. So. Oh my. Obviously not going to forfeit because no reason to, but man, I can't imagine how frustrating this is. Because one of my other races I commentate on, hit the wall right here with Wendy. Had absolutely nothing. It was just awful. It's like after about like 40 minutes, it's like, I've had enough. I was like, I'm done. He gets a P-Wing from the second hammer, brother, which is good. Will come in handy.
Yeah, because I remember my match I had last Monday where I kept game overing in the second world.
Mm.
And it's like, I wanted to quit at that point, but I was like, you know what? I'll continue. See how things will end up.
Yeah.
Did end up finishing it.
Right.
But it took a little while, but I did get it. Once I got going after that world, I didn't have no issues.
Right. Rick, first match, he lost to Mitch Flower Power by almost an hour. He didn't forfeit. He ran it through, and well, he struggled. He had some pretty good spots, particularly in the middle, but beginning and the end were just awful. He gets through the lost level, moves on to the pyramid, which caused him endless grief. Meanwhile, Mustard is in World 1, used the hammer to skip the first half of it, so ride this out, and doesn't appear he has any other hammers. He's going to have to play World 2. He's going to get one hammer here from the Hammer Bro. Oh, God. So he's got an extra hammer to play with, so we'll be able to skip half a World 2. He'll have to play either 2-1, 2-2 in the fort, or 2-3 quicksand and 2-4/2-5.
Oh, we'll find out what he's going to do here
Yeah.
in a while.
And for the record, he does not know. Rick does not know about what happened to Mustard, specifically. All that was said is that we had a little hitch with the Mustard stream. We didn't say anything beyond that. And that's a common occurrence. It happened to me in my first match. For those of you unfortunate enough to watch my first match a couple of weeks ago, my stream was all over the place. Okay.
I don't think Rick meant to do that.
I don't think so either. Happens to the best of us.
Yep, I've wasted items before. Honestly, I'd rather waste music boxes.
Yeah.
I have them, like 6 of them in my inventory. Sheesh.
Yeah, I used a music box by accident, I think, in my second match.
And Mustard is in, I believe, 7-6.
Yes.
Other clip level.
And he clips through it after about 5 tries. Okay, so P-Wing oh no, he lost it. And he's in the box.
No!
Oh,
I would have kept flying in the air.
Oh.
Ooh, that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
And burnt to crisp afterwards. Ugh. If you guys haven't already, give both of these runners a follow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, the old definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again. And expecting a different result. Mustard in 3-3 sans Boss Bass. So...
just a little cheap to avoid.
So, Mustard used the hammer for skip the first half of World 2 and got a decent, nice escape there by Rick, getting past that Boss Bass. But had a pretty decent rip draw on levels, all pretty short overall. Gets a P-Wing for his trouble.
Oh, he couldn't even get that leaf. He ran out of time there.
Would have been nice. So... Started having to wait this out. So, Mustard is now well within striking distance of Rick. He's only, I think, 3 or 4 levels behind at this stage.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
But he is flying through this, because right now, this is new to him.
Yeah. I'm still going with the end cards. I think he recognizes the pattern, so he should be able to clean up here. Or recognizes at least parts of it. Rick, I think, is gonna have to... Okay, there's the Buzzy Beetle. I was gonna have to reset the room altogether. Not necessary, as it turned out. Taking his time, takes care of business with the block.
And quick work of Morton there. And
so now he has closed the gap.
And Rick's taking a different path. I'm thinking he's trying to get a third card to get life here.
Well, and to get some power-ups. You can get a couple of mushrooms here. So... Oh. So they're dead even on the world count, and Rick is in a... Rick has spent about a half an hour on World 3 by my split count. So that is unfortunate.
And we have 742.
741.
Oh, what? Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
741.
it's alright. Yeah. Yeah, the other level where you actually have to fly.
Yep. I like sometimes, depending on how many lives I have, I would, you know, probably try to get a few lives.
Yeah. Oh. As it turns out, 3-1 is 7-8, and, well... no solace there, unfortunately. And... hard to tell if he's doing that on purpose, or if it's accident. Did it twice. It did the same thing twice, so... not that I accuse him of anything, it just looked a little weird.
I'm thinking he is trying to go for that mushroom up there.
Well, he can get a hammer suit in this level if he knows where to look. Mustard gets through 3-9. Still has a hammer in play for World 4.
And that last stuff there by Rick, I see as being intentional there.
Yeah.
Or intentional death. To reset his lives.
We'll get a nice Tanuki suit out of going into Fort 1. Nothing else. Well, Mustard is in the World 6 Fort 3.
Just gotta be careful of these disco waffles.
Yeah, that whole thing with the booze and the waffles is a real pain. Oof.
A fun note is, the timer in this level is real low compared to the other forts.
Yeah, the only fort in the game that's 200 on the clock. It's the only one in the game that has a 200 counter for a fort. 7-7 has a 200-second timer as well. 400, the only fort that does is the last one, World 8.
Yep, I see Rick was trying to get a few lives, so that should be useful for Rick. And Mustard finishes the in-card game for that set. And time to go to their ship.
Yep. Should have See how he fares with Wendy. He's gonna P-wing it.
Hopsy, yeah.
I would have at least gone once with the Tanuki suit just because you fly. But yeah, this is gonna be faster overall. And at this point, Mustard's... Boy, will he be surprised if he wins this one tonight. So
it'd be a major comeback, the biggest one we have. So
yeah, he's using that P-wing to great effect. It's a 5-hit Wendy with the Thunder Thighs.
And nicely
got
done.
it.
Worst Wendy ever. 5 HP. Earthquakes. Oh, no thank you. Meanwhile, Rick's in, I believe, 8-2.
Yeah. So we all can finally, I think, exhale just a little bit here.
Oh god, that king. Interesting. Let's see which pipe is what. Does it lead him to 4-1 or to the lock? It will lead him 4-1.
He's got the hammer, so he's absolutely gonna use this.
Yeah.
And World 8 is variable as far as the using the hammer on the lock, how effective it is. It has its uses, but
and he does have 2 other hammers, so might as well use the hammers. So he could use the hammers in 8 if he comes across home.
Yeah.
There's only 2 possible locations where hammers can be used.
Rick's in 4-5, and Mustard sails through 1-3 and gets another 5 up for him.
I don't think he wanted to get that 5 up, but
no, he didn't. But you know,
there's no such thing as too many lives.
Well, no such thing as playing too many end cards. Oh boy, 6-6. As I was saying, there's technically no such thing as too many end cards. Although you do run out of, you have a 28 item max. Yeah. And Mustard completes the second hand level, the shortest and the easiest of the hand levels.
He's just a star. Let's kill these hammer bros. Get nice music box.
Rick's gonna go for the 1-up here.
Oh, so, yeah. Fire bros this time.
I hate fire bros are always a pain, especially when especially in the ice arena.
Nope.
You're gonna have to do it again.
Takes him down easy this time.
Yeah.
And Dark Cloud.
Well, he gets a Lakitu Cloud, which could play could play a factor in World 7 in World 8 if he has to go through 8-1 and 8-2 or the Fortress. The second Fortress of World 4 is the first Fortress of World 4. So, kind of vanilla. Fire Flower for his trouble. Hold on to it. Should be able to. Normal hot foot there.
I don't know how much faster it is to go in that pipe compared to staying above ground.
It depends on how good your speed strats are. If you're small Mario or, you know, have a really good command of, you know, all the crouch jumps, it's probably a little faster to go above, but it's very risky. If there are any Mario 3 pro runners in the crowd who would care to answer that question about how fast is it top or bottom in that fort, please let us know.
And we got our last Koopaling, Koopa Kid, whatever you want to call it, 2 HP, taken down easy. And World 8, here we come. And Rick gets a 5 up.
Well, he's gonna. Somebody referenced Mustard's going through first round with Wendy like it was a prize fight. Well, Rick's got 12 lives now. I really hope it doesn't take all 12.
Yep. Give Rick your energy for this Wendy fight.
So here we go, World 8. Oh, and it's a quick one to start. 7-7 leads off. Shouldn't have any trouble with the speed strats.
You can skip the first one. That's the only one you be able to skip. Otherwise, you're going to have to run, Maria, run.
It's usually not too bad once you get a handle on how it all works. Okay, 1 hit, 2 hits,
3 hits.
So he's gonna have to watch it. Caught.
I think the best strategy, if you had a fire flower, is to use that.
Yeah, 15 hits, but it's a lot better than nothing. So, Mustard's in the dark area, and he's going to try that pipe, and it takes him to the hand bridge. Going to skip that for the time being and hope for something a little more favorable. Okay, he's going to use the Lakitu Cloud here and check the pipe, and he's going to use the hammer, so he's got options here.
It leads him to the other one.
And it's a loop, so he's gonna have to play the fortress because how that works out. 3. Uh-oh.
Be careful! Oh, that ring of death. Ow.
He had the right idea. He had 3 good hits on Wendy, but then bad timing on his way to the 4th one. And the World 8 Fortress is the World 8 Fortress.
Is that like the third vanilla level we had?
Yeah, I think that's the 3rd, 4th that's vanilla in this game because World 1 and World 6 definitely were.
Fred, let's just teach vanillas tonight. Of the fortresses.
Yeah. Rick missing the jump there. So he's going to opt for 8-2, and it's 3-6, another auto-scroller turned off.
Yep, we got, I guess he's going to go through 8-1 and see what that will lead. Hopefully, for the viewers, 8-1.
He's still got a hammer in play, so depending on where it takes him, he might be able to take advantage of the situation. Rick mistimed his jump, and he's down.
And Mustard has a lot of frog suits.
Yeah, 8-1 is 6'9". He doesn't have a P-wing, so he can't fly over it.
Yeah, there was a sun there too. No,
yeah,
that's on tonight.
I've had that happen. He doesn't play a factor.
He only comes active like at a certain point in the level. Since this level is short and taking place on the ground, he has no reason being there.
Right. Just because.
Okay. Was it just me, or was that cheap just flying in the air?
Yeah, they do that. Fish out of water. Okay. Once again for Rick, and he mistimed his jump, and he out.
Let's see where this pipe lead. Would it be Bowser? It is a lock bridge. Uses hammer.
So either he's gonna have to go on the hand bridge or straight to Bowser, and he's got to go through the Navy. I'm pretty sure because he didn't do the Navy level, did he? So that would mean by process of elimination, it's
a Navy.
It is Navy.
At some point, I probably would have turned around, but being in a dark,
I would have turned around after I did the first fortress myself. So the Navy level is the super tank level.
Not too bad.
No.
Short, simple, to the point. Wendy, stop.
Wendy having a little trouble getting out of her corner, but comes out and hits Mario with a hard right and sends him back down to the canvas. So, sub 140 is possible. And he gets a pretty short fortress to close it out, the second fortress of World 3.
The underwater.
Yeah.
It's slow, but it's one of my favorites of the fortress or the forts.
Yeah.
It's underwater.
We saw every.
So there you go.
By my count, we saw every fort in the game except the second fortress of World 2 and the second fortress of World 6. So we ran the gamut here.
Okay, HUmanMustard, use a frog suit. He probably feels way behind, so
Rick's asking me if he's finished. I'm not going to answer. I'll let Mustard answer that. He should have it in about 2 minutes. So he's good. Mustard had promised the crowd. Well, I don't know if he promised the crowd, but he certainly mentioned to me earlier today he was going to give us some froggy strats if he could. People demand it, and by God, we are going to get frog strats.
At least an attempt at it.
Yeah.
We had a few people. I don't know how many people attempted a frog.
We had somebody. I think it was in the cross product match. He went for it, and he got all the way to Bowser, and then oh, there it goes. Oh, he's gonna take the death.
The crowd wanted it. The crowd shall get it. He has four more frogs. He has four more frogs, so frog hype.
Well, at this point, you know, given the situation, he might not want to spend too much time messing around, because as far as he knows, he doesn't know what the situation.
Yeah.
Rick is just, well, I think he's gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if he forfeits after Mustard Duns, just because he spent close to an hour on this world. More specifically, he spent about an hour trying to get through this awful airship and awful Wendy. But,
okay, Mustard's making good progress on the donuts.
Got it. So, got to be a little careful here with his jumps, but okay, Rick got clipped from behind. He got it!
Yes! Rick completed Wendy! And here we go. Bowser versus Frog Mario. Who will win this epic battle? Sadly, Frog Mario cannot duck.
No, he can't
do anything special. Big John, I hope you're here, because you get to see some frog action. No, and Mustard lost his frog suit.
Well, I don't think he's gonna. He's not gonna do anything silly here. I think he's just gonna close it out.
Finish off.
Yeah.
Well, at least he gave his efforts on it. So Bowser wins or beats the frog tonight. Bowser's down. HUmanMustard is
That
on his way to
will
the finish.
That will do it. Quite an ordeal for both gamers in different... Did he seriously?
Okay.
You have got to be kidding me.
Oh my god. Never mind. He's.
We're gonna do this again, apparently.
Wow. I think that deserves a clip right there.
Oh, we just saw the second fortress of World 4.
Well, give Mustard some credit. He wants to do this in frog style. Frog suit or frog style or go home. Meanwhile, I believe Rick is in 1-3.
Yes, he is.
1-3.
Yeah.
Frog's Mario is kind of under control.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here. Fireball's coming from both directions now.
Round 2.
Okay. Ooh, he almost got hit. He's got to be careful.
Okay. He should have the...
One hit away.
So many hammer bros on Rick's side. Rick's using the frog suit just to kill these fire bros off. Oh, so close!
Whoa, give it. No, you better not.
Don't do it again, Mustard. Big John, if you're watching this, you get to say the call. Does he get it or does he not succeed at it?
He does. I'm gonna.
He does finish it.
Okay, finally.
With the SRL time, well.
He hasn't done yet.
Not done yet. We're waiting for that done. I guess he has to get reconnected to the SRL time. But it looks like it was, what, a 143?
143.05 or something, yeah.
I thought, on Rick's side, this level, this room, I haven't seen this room in so long. I kind of forgot it existed there.
Yeah, he's, not the first person I've seen do this either.
Yeah, get your GGs out for HUmanMustard. On a nice comeback after the issue he had in the middle of the race. Great job by him.
So he gets to, he will go to 2-1 once we make this official, but
yeah. And he will join Mitch in Group H, advancing to the bracket stage. It's going to be a little bit different, and now he does get his done in with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 44 minutes, 41 seconds. If you have already, get your GGs out.
I think we've got our winner for the tournament for weirdest run, or weirdest race yet. It's going to be hard for anything to beat that.
Yep. Make your vote for the weirdest win. And let's see here. Let's see if we could get him in the commentary booth.
Mustard has just come to the realization that yes, in fact, speak of the devil, there he is.
What's up, guys?
GG.
So you got to 2-1, but it took.
That was a hell of a fucking race, I'll tell you that. Where is he? Is he close to?
No, He's in World 6. He's in World 7 right now. Well, the 7th World, World 4.
Right. Wow,
So,
that was fucking stressful. I was about to give up. I guess I was lucky I didn't.
yeah, he hit the wall basically with Wendy.
Oh, the 5-hit stomper, Wendy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was rough.
We've all been there. And
Yeah.
he had a really hard time with that, as anyone.
That seed, the beginning of the friggin' seed was trolly as hell. And to get through it the first time like I did, I was very lucky. The second time I wasn't so lucky.
Yeah, 7-5 at 5-9. Ugh. And those little whatever they
tulips, the little tulips. Yeah, I didn't like those either. Oh my god, that was such a stressful race.
Yeah. And then so your computer crashed or what happened?
Yeah, I didn't even notice for the first like 5 minutes. I guess my OBS crashed and then my computer just like shut down.
Oh wow.
Oh.
But I was back on it. I got back up as quickly as I could. I couldn't restart the timer, but I just tried to hustle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good race.
I guess so. I gotta go back and watch that.
For the viewers at least. And Rick on the star run here.
I tried to do the frog suit kill twice, but I couldn't do it. I guess almost technically I got it at the end. I got hit as he came down into the hole. Yeah, I didn't want to risk trying again.
Big John will decide if you succeed or failed on that.
I was thinking about trying again, but I didn't know how close he was. I was getting too nervous.
Right.
Yeah, being like an hour 40 in, no dot done. You're wondering where your opponent is.
Oh yeah.
Well, for the second part of the race, I didn't have the speedruns live even up, so I didn't know if he was done or not. Because I didn't do it. I just put my emulator on, got the OBS running, and I started going right away.
Right.
And a hand bridge, and I guess Rick decides to turn it around.
See if he goes for the Navy.
He's going through the fort. Well, it does give him access to 2 more pipes here.
Well, yeah, that's the whole idea. You play for 2 pipes instead of 1 through 1 level. But as I recall, he had a really hard time with this level too.
Yeah, 8 Fortress 8. I don't really like it too much myself.
I can usually deal with this one. It's not too bad. It's not as much fun in Randomizer just because it's almost impossible to get a quick kill on Boom Boom.
Yeah, you got that conveyor belt just waiting there. I'd say this is probably my second or third favorite of the forts, though.
Yeah.
Oh, just not enough time to get to that door.
Yeah.
Might as well use some time to get that fire flower.
Yeah, that's the only way you can actually get the quick kill on Boom Boom. You can't do like in the normal speed run and just ride it through.
Easy work on that Boom Boom, and let's see which pipe he will check first. He got 2 pipes to check.
Well, he'll find out pretty quick because they loop around to each other. So then he'll have the choice to make Navy or 8-2.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about the seed overall?
Mustard jumped out.
I thought you'd stay here.
No, he said he's got to restart his computer.
Okay. So if he comes back, we probably have other questions, but it'll be up to him.
Just from my personal thought, you know, the early part of that seed was pretty rough. Obviously, 5-hit Thunder Thighs Wendy, never a fun thing. Saw a vast majority of the levels this run according to my counter. I gotta look my sheet. We saw almost all of World 7. Saw bits and pieces of World 6. Saw almost all of World 8. World 4 we didn't see very much of. World 3 we didn't see very much of. Stop moving. And yeah, and Rick has officially forfeited.
That was a good effort.
Yeah, it's like we're almost at 2 hours, so I don't blame him. Especially now that he knows.
Yeah, I give him credit getting through that windy fight.
Well, yeah, you spend almost 40 minutes there. It's like, might as well run this through. So, yeah, so that is it. I'll see if he's up for an interview. I couldn't blame him if he isn't, given the brutality of that run.
Yeah, what a seed this was tonight.
Yeah, they certainly in chunks, it really hit these guys over the head really hard. I mean, there were long stretches where it wasn't too bad, where you could actually kind of get ahead of steam, and then you hit like 7-5 and early on, and oof, you're right. You're forced to spend 4 or 5 minutes on a level because the enemy placement is brutal and what have you.
Yeah,
Hey guys, I'm back.
Alright, so, and so is Rick.
Rick is here.
Good game,
That
Rick.
hurts.
That was one hell of a fucking stressful race for me. I don't know about you.
I want earthquakes and Wendy removed.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Tough windy tonight. 5 HP. Earthquaking. Worst ever.
Yeah. Getting there was really no Sunday picnic. You know,
Yeah, that was one of the trolliest seeds I've ever played. And I've played probably about 5 or 6 really trolly seeds I gave up on for practice earlier today.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the race I had against Pro earlier, we had a practice race, and fucking that seed was out of control too.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I didn't get to see the end of it because my controller went berserk. I guess that was probably a sort of sign from above saying, yeah, don't do this.
It was a foreshadowing for what was going to happen tonight to me, I think.
Yeah. So, we gotta give you props, Rick, for, going back for more against Wendy. I think most of us would have given up long before that.
What world was he on when my computer crashed? Like, how far was he?
Mustard, I think you were on World 2. You were in the fifth world played. You were just started the desert world. When everything went downhill. So that was about 45 minutes, I want to say, 45 minutes into the run, thereabouts. I'd have to go back and look at the tape, but I think that's about right. Or maybe more like 40 minutes. We'll say 40.
Wild. It's not going to discourage me, though. Back onto practice again.
Yeah.
I think Rick was a world, maybe world and a half behind at that point.
Yeah.
So basically, that Wendy saved me.
Basically.
Yeah. I got to give props to Wendy. Then I can't complain.
I still want earthquakes removed, though.
Yeah.
Just on Wendy. Everybody else could have earthquakes, but Wendy doesn't. It doesn't belong.
Yeah, it's like, well,
that thick Wendy with no power-ups.
Yeah.
Can we add Earthquake to Boom Booms next?
No.
That would be awesome, I must admit.
Can we not?
Could we have a boss bass in there while we're at it, too?
Oh, yeah. You guys, y'all are gonna giving these guys really bad ideas for the bracket stage.
And who knows what's going to happen in the brackets?
Yeah, I'm not looking for.
We're not even done with the group. We still got plenty of group action.
Yeah, we're about
next couple weeks.
Yeah, I think according to the thing, we've still got a couple of dozen matches left to play in the group play. Yeah, we've still got about 30 matches to play between now and the 28th. Time is running short.
Oh, that's a lot of matches to squish into the last end of the month here.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a.
I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah, we've got a couple of matches scheduled tomorrow. We have at 4 p.m. Eastern, we have Turbulent Eddie and Radioactive Rat. Then we have Claris.com and JetApp at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Shout out to Claris. He's getting really good. He's been practicing a lot.
Yeah, seeing him out there working at.
Yeah, that's only 2 races we got for tomorrow night.
So far. Yeah, we've got a couple lined up for the next few days, but yeah, we're gonna be grinding these out for the next 10-11 days.
Yep.
It's gonna be a fun time watching them. I'm glad I don't gotta play in anymore.
So, any other thoughts about the seed overall?
I never want to see the seed again. I'm gonna erase it from my computer, and it's gonna be gone forever.
Burn the seed.
I thought the seed was going fine until, well, Wendy.
Yeah, you had a pretty good stretch there from like about midway. Once you found the right pipe in Pipeland all the way to Wendy, yeah, you were actually moving at a pretty steady clip, and then 45 minutes later, we're still on Wendy.
I actually got lucky and did Wendy on my first shot. I used a P-wing.
Yeah.
What's the strategy you're supposed to do against Wendy in that case?
I actually prefer Wendy to be stunning, like to have the stun effects, because she jumps a lot lower, and she doesn't really have a chance to shoot a ring out. But on that terrain, it's a little tricky, because when she's going from the top terrain to the bottom, and she's stunning, you can't really get enough air to get like a good jump on her.
Yeah, because normally her arena's flat, and that does help when you're trying to like string a run of hits together. But with higher terrain and on that airship, plus uneven ground, it is a lot more challenging because you have less room to maneuver.
Wendy definitely should be the final boss of the game. Screw Bowser, he's too easy.
Yeah.
Let's. World 8, you almost full clear World 8 besides the hand bridge.
Yeah, I got kind of lost in World 8. Also in World 7 the first time I didn't really do very well. And then when I got there the second time, I totally forgot what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
So I had to remember it.
Yeah, we weren't quite sure, and I figured, he's going for that. I think you either realized or you lucked into knowing that pipe next to 7-9 was connected to 7-6.
Yeah, I didn't. It was just a total fluke, and I was just like, I gotta use my hammer, because I didn't know where the heck I was going.
Right.
I was racking my brain so much, I was kind of disappointed.
If memory serves, I think it was next to 7-4. 7-4, 7-5, I can't remember.
I think it was 7-5.
Yeah.
No, it was 7-4.
Oh, 7-4?
Yeah, because I remember going to 7-5 and finding myself back on the other side.
Right, yep. Okay, yeah, no.
That's right. That's correct. So.
Yeah. Overall, World 8 could have been short if,
Yeah.
Did you have the same problem I did, where you didn't go to the second ship and you just went everywhere else? Because that's what I did.
Yeah, it was.
And it was terrible.
It was the Navy. So, it's all. I think going forward, I have to readjust my strats on that. Because that's burned me a couple of times in the last week.
It has me too. World 8's been giving me lots of problems. And there's really nothing you could do, because you go at it logically and you get screwed.
Yeah.
They want you to go at it illogically to get through it that way. And it's tough to go. It's tough to do something that you shouldn't do, even though it might be right.
Well, given the game's general tenor of logic, I suppose we should be surprised by this. I mean, Mario 3 is a very messed up game if you try to approach this logically. So
Right.
perhaps
You're right
perhaps a
about
little illogic would do us good from time to time.
Well, I did take the illogical way through World 3, figuring I was way behind already, and I got lucky.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I mean, I guess sometimes you feel like you're behind, you have to take those longer routes, hopefully the right way.
It worked out. So, any other final thoughts before we let you go, other than the seed is awful?
Yes, the seed is
Burn
awful. Yeah,
Burn it.
definitely.
Burn
Just
it.
erase this seed from the whole game and pretend it didn't happen.
If you just erase Wendy, it's fine. It's a good seed.
I don't know. I was having lots of trouble my second time through. Lots of trouble. I totally was about to give up. I couldn't get through World 1. It was so hard. It was so hard. But I want to thank AdirondackRick for the game, Proa.
Yep.
Good job.
Commenting, and Sharky.
Well.
Yep.
Well. Sad that there was all this like drama given PC crashes and what have you, but nice.
Oh, I'm sure the chat loved it though. The chat must have loved it at least.
Yeah, they did. They got a few yucks out of it, right, chat?
I was going total 100% frog suit the first time through too, and I thought I was trying to be cool, but it kind of fired back at me because it was a little bit slower than I crashed. I tried. I wanted to keep the frog suit alive.
well, close enough for government work at this stage. You get that'll do.
Yeah, because I probably won't be attempting it during the brackets, most likely.
Probably not. Not unless it is a 40-minute. It is a 40-minute blowout. All right. Well, thanks very much, guys, for your time and for racing.
Give these runners a follow.
Good luck going forward. For you, Mustard, as you moved on, and Rick, hoping your third race is the least painful of them yet.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I've had a few doses of pain in this tournament.
And if anybody's interested, I think we are setting up a little practice run after this, so if anybody wants to jump in and join us.
Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah, just give these two runners a follow.
Give them a follow if you haven't already.
Special shout outs to Fiesel for the restream.
Thank you, Fiesel and Big John.
Big John for organizing this whole time.
Of course, can't forget about him.
Yeah.
You have a good night, guys. I'm popping out.
All right,
thanks, guys.
And of course, special shout outs to Fred for the randomizer, making a randomizer. Without that, what would we be doing?
Best not to think about that. Alright. I will be on commentating tomorrow for the match between Turbulent Eddie and Radioactive Rat. So I will see, hopefully, all of you there tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Good night. I've been Sharky2197 and was joined by Pro A 007. See you guys next time.